For me, acknowledging when I'm active listening inherently goes against the principles of active listening. If I become too aware of an attempt to actively listen, I tend to get stuck in my own head thinking about what biases or assumptions I might have instead of genuinely listening to what the other person has to say. For this reason, I had to do a lot of reflection to remember a situation once I authentically practiced active listening. I did find one though. A classmate in ARCA 150 invited me to lunch after class, and we had a long conversation where we got to know each other better. I felt like the conversation came naturally and went smoothly, which was probably facilitated by sharing a meal. I learned a lot about this person's life story and what is important to them, along with a few memorable anecdotes. To bring this experience to upcoming Thursday meetings, I can try to use an active shared experience, like sharing a meal or something similar, to create a natural flow of conversation to create an environment in which the other person shares a personal story. An excerpt from the Hooks piece, Bonding Across Boundaries, that stood out to me was when she says, quote, "It has simply been easier to do theory than to put into real life practice what we declare as the work of ending domination," unquote. Which I agree is a common pitfall for those attempting to create community and bridge cultures. Going to engage with the Everett students is undoubtedly a step in the right direction that reaches past only acknowledging the unfair advantages some groups have over others, but it is important to remember that there is always a way to do it better. Instead of simply being in the same room as these students, it's essential to me that everyone feels welcome and comfortable to express themselves, their language, and their culture. This could be through actively establishing that Spanish and English are welcome and letting the students pick the stories they want to share so we can better understand what is important to them. Another statement from Bonding Across Boundaries is, quote, "Laughing together is always a way to intensify intimacy." Although different cultures may find different things funny or appropriate to laugh about, laughter is still a universal language that everyone can understand. In our groups, we can use humor to establish comfort in discussing difficult topics and also to show that it should be a comfortable and welcoming environment, which can lead to more openness in story sharing and support.